Forget JFK. This airline is building a global hub in the middle of the Atlantic with 737s. While major airlines are deploying massive wide-body aircraft for transatlantic routes, IcelandAir is proving that Boeing 737 MAX 8s can revolutionize long-haul flying, and the economics behind their strategy are forcing competitors to completely rethink their North Atlantic operations. What I discovered about IcelandAir's route selection and hub strategy is going to change how you think about airline network planning, and the reason they can make money on routes that other airlines won't even attempt reveals everything about the future of long-haul aviation. This is long-haul, low-cost strategy at its finest. Let's start with what seems impossible. Flying a single-aisle aircraft like the Boeing 737 MAX across the Atlantic Ocean on a regular schedule. For decades, this was technically unfeasible and economically unviable. But IcelandAir is proving that sometimes the best solution isn't the biggest one. The Boeing 737 MAX 8 has a maximum range of approximately 4,300 nautical miles, just enough to cross the North Atlantic from Iceland to most North American destinations. More importantly, it burns about 40% less fuel than traditional wide-body aircraft on these routes, while carrying 160 to 190 passengers. But the real genius of IcelandAir's strategy isn't just the aircraft, it's the geography. Iceland sits almost exactly halfway between North America and Europe, making Reykjavik's Keflavík airport a natural stopping point that turns aircraft range limitations into strategic advantages. If you want to discover the future of low-cost, long-haul flying and see how smaller airlines are beating major carriers with innovative strategies, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. We're diving into aviation strategies that are rewriting the rules. Traditional transatlantic airlines operate hub-and-spoke systems where passengers connect through major hubs like London Heathrow, Paris Charles de Gaulle, or New York JFK. IcelandAir has created a different model, a micro-hub that allows direct connections between smaller cities that could never support wide-body service. The 737 MAX 8 needs only 60 to 70% load factors to be profitable on most transatlantic routes, compared to 75 to 80% for wide-body aircraft. This lower break-even point opens up route possibilities that were previously uneconomical for any airline to serve. But understanding why this works requires looking at IcelandAir's unique network design and route selection strategy. The reason IcelandAir can make money on routes that other airlines won't even attempt is their focus on secondary cities that generate strong travel demand but lack direct European connections. Take Raleigh-Durham, North Carolina. This is a major tech hub with significant business and leisure travel demand to Europe, but it's never had viable direct European service. IcelandAir's 737 MAX connects Raleigh directly to their Reykjavik hub, providing same-day connections to dozens of European cities. Portland, Oregon represents another perfect IcelandAir market, a city with strong European travel demand, limited direct international service, and the kind of environmentally conscious population that appreciates Iceland's clean energy and sustainable tourism positioning. Tampa adds a leisure dimension to IcelandAir's network, connecting Florida's Gulf Coast directly to Iceland and onward to Europe. This route serves both American tourists traveling to Iceland and Europeans seeking Florida beach destinations. Keflavík Airport is designed for efficient connections with minimum connection times under 90 minutes for most European destinations. This beats the connection times at major European hubs while providing a unique Iceland stopover opportunity. IcelandAir schedules their North American flights to arrive in Reykjavik in the morning, connect to European flights throughout the day, and return to North America in the evening. This creates efficient aircraft utilization and maximizes connection opportunities. The smaller scale of operations at Keflavík allows for more efficient baggage handling and ground operations than at congested major hubs, reducing passenger delays and operational costs. What I discovered about IcelandAir's route selection and hub strategy is that they're not just selling transportation, they're selling Iceland as a destination and using geography as a marketing advantage. IcelandAir actively markets Iceland stopovers, encouraging passengers to spend days or weeks exploring Iceland en route to their final destinations. This creates additional tourism revenue for Iceland while differentiating IcelandAir from competitors. Partnerships with Icelandic hotels, tour operators, and car rental companies create additional revenue streams while making Iceland stopovers more attractive and convenient for passengers. But none of this works without aircraft that can deliver the performance and economics necessary for profitable transatlantic operations. The Boeing 737 MAX 8's success on IcelandAir's transatlantic routes depends on several key technical improvements over previous 737 generations. The LEAP 1B engines provide the fuel efficiency and reliability necessary for extended overwater operations. While major airlines deploy massive wide-body aircraft for transatlantic routes, IcelandAir proves that 737 MAX 8s can revolutionize long-haul flying by serving routes that are too thin for larger aircraft, but too long for previous narrow-body generations. On routes with 150 to 180 passengers, the 737 MAX 8 burns approximately 20 to 25% less fuel per passenger than comparable wide-body aircraft, creating significant cost advantages that translate directly to competitive pricing or higher margins. The 737 MAX 8 can operate from airports that can't handle larger aircraft due to runway length, gate size, or infrastructure limitations. This opens up destination possibilities that are impossible for wide-body operations. Maintenance costs for the 737 MAX are significantly lower than for wide-body aircraft, and the global availability of 737 maintenance expertise and parts reduces operational complexity and costs. Pilots can easily transition between different 737 variants, and the aircraft's operational simplicity reduces training costs and increases crew scheduling flexibility compared to wide-body operations. The economics behind IcelandAir's strategy are forcing competitors to rethink their North Atlantic operations, because the 737 MAX enables profitable service on routes where wide-body aircraft would lose money. IcelandAir can offer competitive pricing while maintaining healthy margins, because their cost structure is fundamentally different from airlines operating wide-body aircraft on similar routes. The 737 MAX economics open up dozens of potential North Atlantic routes that were previously unviable, creating growth opportunities that don't exist for airlines constrained by wide-body aircraft requirements. These operational and economic advantages are creating competitive pressures that established airlines are struggling to address. IcelandAir's 737 MAX strategy directly challenges major transatlantic carriers by serving markets they've ignored or underserved. Airlines like British Airways, Lufthansa, and American Airlines focus on high-traffic routes between major hubs, leaving secondary markets for innovative carriers like IcelandAir. On routes where IcelandAir competes directly with major carriers, they often achieve higher load factors and better customer satisfaction scores because of their focused service model and unique Iceland connection opportunity. IcelandAir's pricing typically undercuts major carriers by 15 to 30% on comparable routings, while offering shorter total travel times than most one-stop alternatives through traditional hubs. IcelandAir faces competition from other airlines attempting low-cost, long-haul operations, but their geographic advantages and established network provide competitive moats that pure low-cost carriers struggle to replicate. Unlike pure low-cost carriers, IcelandAir offers full service, including meals, entertainment, and checked baggage, positioning themselves as a premium alternative to basic, long-haul, low-cost options. IcelandAir occupies a unique market position. Not quite full service like legacy carriers, not quite low cost like budget airlines, but offering compelling value through their Iceland connection and narrow body efficiency. Major airlines are responding to IcelandAir's success by considering their own narrow-body long-haul operations, but their hub-centric network models make it difficult to replicate IcelandAir's point-to-point efficiency. The success of IcelandAir and similar carriers is driving increased orders for long-range narrow-body aircraft like the 737 MAX, A321XLR, and A220, as airlines recognize the market potential for right-sized long-haul aircraft. But IcelandAir's success depends on more than just aircraft economics. It requires a supportive infrastructure and strategic environment. Keflavík Airport has invested heavily in infrastructure to support IcelandAir's growth strategy, including terminal expansions, additional gates optimized for 737 operations, and enhanced passenger amenities for connection passengers. The airport's processing capabilities are designed for efficient connections, with streamlined procedures for passengers connecting between North American and European flights that minimize layover time and complexity. Cargo handling capabilities support belly freight operations on passenger flights, providing additional revenue opportunities and serving Iceland's import/export needs as well as transshipment cargo. The Icelandic government actively supports IcelandAir's expansion through favorable aviation policies, tourism marketing cooperation, and infrastructure investments that benefits both the airline and the broader tourism economy. IcelandAir's operations contribute significantly to Iceland's tourism economy, with connecting passengers generating substantial spending on accommodations, tours, and local services during stopovers. Coordinated marketing between IcelandAir and Iceland's tourism authorities creates synergies that benefit both airline operations and destination marketing, making Iceland a more attractive connection point. Keflavík has capacity to handle significant growth in IcelandAir's operations without the congestion issues that plague major European and North American hubs, providing operational reliability advantages. Despite Iceland's challenging weather conditions, Keflavík maintains high operational reliability through advanced weather monitoring, de-icing capabilities, and procedures designed for harsh North Atlantic conditions. Airport expansion plans support IcelandAir's long-term growth strategy while maintaining the efficient, uncongested operations that are crucial to their competitive advantage. This infrastructure support enables IcelandAir to expand their network and explore new market opportunities. IcelandAir continues expanding their North American network with potential routes to cities like Nashville, Austin, and Cleveland, markets with strong European travel demand but limited direct service options. Market research identifies dozens of North American cities that could support seasonal or year-round service to Iceland, creating substantial growth opportunities within the 737 MAX's range capabilities. On the European side, IcelandAir is adding frequencies to existing destinations and exploring new markets that benefit from their North American feed traffic and Iceland tourism connections. IcelandAir optimizes their network seasonally, adding summer service to leisure destinations while maintaining year-round business routes, maximizing aircraft utilization across varying demand patterns. The 737 MAX fleet provides operational flexibility to adjust route schedules, frequencies, and seasonal operations based on market conditions and demand patterns. Route scheduling aligns with Iceland's tourism seasons, maximizing stopover opportunities during peak visitor periods while maintaining connectivity during off-peak times. IcelandAir's market share continues growing on routes they serve, demonstrating the effectiveness of their strategy and creating sustainable competitive advantages. Loyalty programs and customer retention strategies focus on the unique Iceland experience, creating emotional connections that go beyond traditional airline loyalty based purely on schedule convenience or price. Looking ahead, IcelandAir's model could influence broader industry trends toward more efficient long-haul operations. IcelandAir's success demonstrates the viability of narrow-body long-haul operations, potentially inspiring other airlines to reconsider their aircraft selection and network strategies for thin long-haul routes. Aircraft manufacturers are responding to demand for long-range narrow-body capabilities with improved versions of existing aircraft and development of new aircraft optimized for this market segment. The economics of narrow-body long-haul operations create possibilities for airline networks that were previously impossible, potentially leading to more point-to-point service and fewer hub connections. IcelandAir's micro-hub strategy challenges the conventional wisdom of mega-hub development, suggesting that smaller, more efficient hubs might be more effective for certain market segments. Other geographic locations with similar advantages to Iceland might become micro-hub opportunities for airlines willing to adopt innovative network strategies and aircraft deployment. Passenger research indicates growing preference for convenient routing options over traditional hub connections, supporting the viability of innovative network models like IcelandAir's approach. Narrow-body long-haul operations often have lower environmental impact per passenger than larger aircraft flying with lower load factors, supporting sustainability goals while improving economics. Iceland's abundant renewable energy and commitment to sustainability align with growing environmental consciousness in aviation, providing additional marketing advantages for IcelandAir's operations. These broader industry implications suggest that IcelandAir's strategy represents more than just one airline's success story. Despite operating narrow-body aircraft on long-haul routes, IcelandAir maintains service standards that compete effectively with wide-body operations through thoughtful cabin design and service delivery. IcelandAir's 737 MAX cabins feature enhanced seat pitch, personal entertainment systems, and meal service that rivals what passengers receive on wide-body aircraft from major carriers. Modern entertainment systems, Wi-Fi connectivity, and power outlets at every seat ensure that passengers don't sacrifice amenities when choosing IcelandAir's narrow-body service over traditional wide-body options. IcelandAir actively promotes the Iceland stopover experience, providing passengers with unique travel opportunities that create memorable experiences beyond basic transportation. Partnerships with Icelandic tourism providers offer passengers convenient packages for exploring Iceland during connections, creating additional value and differentiating IcelandAir from pure transportation providers. Customer satisfaction scores consistently rank above industry averages, demonstrating that passengers appreciate both the service quality and unique travel opportunities that IcelandAir provides. IcelandAir invests in digital services and mobile technology that enhance the passenger experience while reducing operational costs through automated processes and self-service options. Environmental responsibility programs and sustainability initiatives appeal to environmentally conscious travelers while supporting Iceland's clean energy and environmental protection reputation. The combination of operational efficiency and passenger experience creates a sustainable business model that others are studying carefully. IcelandAir's 737 MAX operations consistently achieve load factors above 80% on most routes, demonstrating strong market acceptance and demand for their service model. Individual route profitability metrics show that most 737 MAX routes achieve positive returns within 12 to 18 months of launch, validating the economic model and supporting continued expansion. Aircraft utilization rates exceed industry averages, with 737 MAX aircraft achieving over 12 hours of daily utilization during peak seasons through efficient scheduling and quick turnarounds. On routes where IcelandAir competes with traditional carriers, they consistently gain market share through competitive pricing, convenient scheduling, and unique value proposition. Tourism statistics demonstrate that IcelandAir's network expansion drives increased visitor flows to both Iceland and connecting destinations, creating economic benefits beyond airline operations. Industry recognition and awards validate IcelandAir's innovative approach, while other airlines study their model for potential replication in other markets. Continued investment in fleet expansion and route development demonstrates management confidence in the long-term viability and profitability of the narrow-body transatlantic strategy. This success creates lessons that extend beyond just IcelandAir's specific situation. IcelandAir's success with Boeing 737 MAX transatlantic operations demonstrates that innovative thinking can overcome traditional constraints in aviation strategy and create sustainable competitive advantages. The key elements of their success, geographic advantages, right-sized aircraft, efficient operations, and unique passenger value proposition, create a model that's difficult for competitors to replicate, but valuable for other airlines to study. IcelandAir's approach represents broader trends toward more efficient, sustainable, and passenger-focused airline operations that prioritize experience and convenience over traditional metrics like aircraft size or hub dominance. The success of narrow-body long-haul operations opens possibilities for aviation innovations that were previously considered impossible or impractical, encouraging creative approaches to airline network development. By proving that smaller markets can support profitable long-haul service, IcelandAir's model creates opportunities for improved global connectivity that benefits passengers, businesses, and tourism worldwide. This represents more than just airline innovation. It's a blueprint for thinking differently about global connectivity. If this deep dive into innovative airline strategy and narrow-body long-haul operations inspired you to learn more about the future of aviation, definitely hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. We're constantly discovering airlines that are rewriting the rules. I'm really curious about your experiences and thoughts. Have you flown through Iceland with IcelandAir or taken advantage of their stopover program? What's the most surprising long-haul route you've seen operated by a 737? Drop a comment and let me know. I love hearing about unique aviation experiences. If you've flown through Iceland, or if this video opened your eyes to how innovative airlines are beating bigger competitors, give this video a thumbs up. Your support helps us continue uncovering these fascinating aviation strategies. To stay up to date on current aviation news and developments, click on this video right here for the latest updates from the world of commercial aviation. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed discovering how IcelandAir is using the 737 MAX to beat bigger airlines, hit that like button, subscribe to discover the future of low-cost long-haul, and don't forget to ring the notification bell so you never miss our latest videos.